So I'm gonna do an update. Had a comment yesterday or day before. Some guy had watched one of these engine videos, gave some good words of encouragement for me not to give up and this and that. For some odd reason, I couldn't reply to it, and now the comments not there. Weird things been happening with comments on YouTube. Don't know why, but things went from bad to even worse now. This is what I got done. You got the starter mounted down there. I still got a splice of wire. You can see it laying by the 1/4-inch wrench. And of course you can see the engine's off the engine stand. The flywheel, the coupler, and the rear housings there. I've got blocks sitting around it so I can make a engine start stand, if that's what you want to call it. I'm just going to mount the 6x6s on both sides as the stand and keep everything stable and stuff. I haven't put that filter on. I need to clean the fuel lines. There was actually still water in that filter after it set for so long. I'm going to throw that in the ultrasonic cleaner, clean up some of that rust, and then I'll take the wire wheel to it. Still need to mount the distributor. Haven't done that. I ain't figured out the wires yet on what's what. I didn't have any pictures because half this stuff is already apart. I'm not real sure on which wires go where on the coil pack there, and these I gotta mount the ground wire down there where it's supposed to be mounted. You got the holly sitting on there. To make it marine, I'm gonna get the tubing eventually that sits in there, so the overflow goes in there. These things are getting surface rust on them already. I had those machined and stuff. But that's all I've really done. Got a few things here and there that's in the way, but why did things go from bad to worse? Might be, from what I said, you might be thinking. Well, July 29th, Thursday morning, 3:50 a.m. Girlfriend was on her way to work, and it had rained, but it was probably only sprinkling, and some girl pulled out in front of her at Toto Road and US 35. So it totaled a brand new car. Then Hauser's Towing refused to bring my car down here to the house. That's what he was hired to do. He didn't do it. I had sleepless nights. waiting, calling. It was one excuse after another. He was just basically padding the tow bill for an accident, and that's exactly what he did. My insurance company ended up paying the tow bill after a week because I was telling them what was going on. It went from a $250 tow bill to $800 and some friggin' dollars is what he charged. So if you watch this and you're from around the Knox, Indiana area, don't use Housers on that stuff. He's just gonna screw you big time. The last time, 6 years ago, is what it was about. When my daughter and girlfriend got hit the same place, basically on Toto Road. It could have killed my daughter. It hit so hard on T-boned the 98 Dodge. I'm going in the basement. So Housers, I had Housers because I've known the guy a long time. He's a little bit shady in that, but I thought he could be trusted. He can't. It was during that accident 6 years ago. He brought the car to the house, no problem. Well, this time around, he screwed me around for, I think I quit calling him a Sunday. And, you know, hit a full tank of gas in the car. And the price of gas, everything counts. And the insurance companies are screwing us over. Cars totaled. It basically hit from the passenger front. Took out the corner of the bumper, the fender and stuff. And airbags went off. Well, the car had a 2020 Elantra, high-end Elantra is what the car was, Value Edition. They don't do the Value Edition anymore, but it has a what they call a knee airbag under the dash, driver's dash, and that thing went off. And it got the old lady's legs on her, below her knees and shins, and it did a number on her. So we've been dealing with that with the insurance companies, I should say. Trexas Insurance was the girl's insurance company that's supposed to be responsible for her. And it took them a month to admit that she had insurance. And so I had been dealing with Progressive, which they were pretty good. So I'm going to try to include the video clip. It would be a couple days later of the girlfriend's legs, and you can see it. It's nasty what it did. So then I think it was August 23rd. It was a Monday. I had went to Plasma and I was going to stop at Hyundai to get information on a new 2022 Hyundai Elantra. Then I went to Jordan Toyota in Mishawaka, Indiana. Sitting there in a parking lot, in a parking spot. Truck was running with the AC running because it was hot. Well, I had got a call from Hyundai Corporation about the knee airbag because I called and I basically bitched at them about the knee airbag. It should not be there. It should have never went off, in the whole 9 yards. So they started a claim on that to investigate why the airbag went off, because it's supposed to only go off on front end collisions and driver's side collisions. So I'm sitting there talking to this lady. Next thing I know, bang, I get whiplash. Some lady was going to test drive a Ford Escape, a used Ford Escape owned by Jordan Toyota. She backed into the 93 F-150. I felt the full impact because those F-150s are 100% Detroit steel. There is no give. So, I've got neck and back problems to start with. That's why I can't work a normal job and go to plasma and do the best I can. So that's why things went from bad from worse. Now the girlfriend was out of work for about 6 weeks, and she lied to the doctor and said she was all right when she wasn't, because we're about out of money. We went through almost $3,000 that we actually still had in savings to pay bills and this and that. So yeah, she lied to the doctor last Tuesday because she needed to go back to work, because we're about out of money. So that's pretty much the update of why I didn't do anything. And I'll try to see if I can show pictures of the car and stuff in the thing. So yeah, life sucks, especially when you got no money. That's why the carburetor's still apart, the engine's sitting there pretty much. I mean, I still got to order some stuff, but I got no money. I haven't been going to plasma. Gas is just costing me a fortune in that. So I've been handling all this accident stuff myself. I'm about to get a lawyer involved, because Trexis, just like their reviews or complaints or whatever, they're doing the same thing of what all the complaints that I read. They won't give us a rental car. They've been dragging their feet all this time. The car still isn't paid off. My insurance company, Progressive, would have paid the car off already. And Trexis Insurance Company just doesn't care. So I would suggest, if you have Trexis, they're out of Tennessee. They're only licensed in 8 or 9 states. Well, there's probably a reason for that. I would find somebody else on insurance, because these people just don't care. They don't want to lose on money and everything else when they're responsible to pay for somebody else's property. So that's how screwed up everything is. But I'll try to post something on the video on the engine work and stuff. So I need to get the engine fired up before it really gets cold. That's my goal. I'm wanting to get a HEI distributor is what I want. I don't want that Mercruiser stuff. It's just a pain. I want to go back old school on that. So leave comments, like, subscribe. I'm just trying to get by here and do whatever. So I guess until next time. Take pictures of your legs.
Why?
Well, it's been a week, more or less.
Yeah. Okay.
And you said you're gonna go to the doctor again or something.
I do on Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the morning. You're gonna take me?
I guess.
Okay.
It's your hip and that crap, right?
Huh?
Because your hip?
Well, no, because the back of my... I can't tell you, but it's the back of this leg right here. There's nothing there, but it's like the back side of the calf, babe. I don't know either.
Well, I thought you said your hip was bothering you.
It is bothering me a little bit, but I don't know if it's my hip or my... I'm not sure what it is, sweetheart. I'm having some issues.
It's like pretty nasty, the yellow.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know.
So here's pictures of the car. You can see it. She basically pulled out, caught right here, and took all this out. I mean, it hit hard enough, it broke the center cap on that, pushed the wheel back into the wheel well. And there's that one. Closer up. I had to go all the way down to the tow yards just to take these pictures, because like I say, the asshole refused to bring the car. There's the knee airbag. So you can imagine how fast these airbags go off, and that solid plastic plate underneath the dash smashes into your legs. I mean, yeah, it pulled the fuse cover, and you can see it looks like it broke it up here because that damn airbag. There's the picture of the inside of the car. I think that's it. And take pictures of your legs. Well, that's actually the picture of, or the video of her leg is what that was.
Asked if I didn't have a little bit of cellulite in there, which I could, but I think...
Yeah, that's what it did to her legs, and her left foot's all swollen up. Yeah, then we got this. If you remember some of my other videos, Oreo decided to keep crossing the road and got hit. So it hurt his back leg, and you can see that. So this one thing after another. Yeah, I'm gonna be 50 on the 14th, and life just keeps getting worse. This is a picture of the car, or the Ford Escape. You can see, I mean, it's scuffed here. This is where she hit me. And it popped that. Terrible picture, but it popped the rear cover out right here on this seam. And you see where the shiny marks are. here, and then right here, that's where the lady backed into me. Their excuse, or her excuse, when I first got out of the car was, oh, she's not used to driving a vehicle. Well, if she can't back out of a parking spot without hitting somebody, what the hell is she gonna do when she's actually on the road? You know, that's the worst part about it. It's one excuse after another. There was plenty of room. The F-150, you know, their long truck. I've backed up multiple times and pulled forward multiple times in a Walmart parking spot just to try to get out without hitting anybody. So I don't know. People are stupid. So there's my problems. Like I say, life sucks right now. You got no money to do anything. I mean, everybody's got problems out there, but do they get as worse as mine? You have an accident, and then a few weeks later, the other person in the house gets into an accident. And what are the chances of that really happening to multiple people every day? I don't know, but I know Jen's, like I say, she went back to work on Friday. Looks like my daughter's finally home. She went with her friend to paint a parking spot at school. But yeah, girlfriend's complaining how she's hurting real bad and this and that when she comes home from work, and she's at work right now. So I'll just end this video here. Till next time.